Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Pup. We are back with the second round of the playoffs in the Pokemon Sports League. We were playing against Circle Button and the Baltimore Roggenrollas. If you did not watch our round one game against Patty and the Keldy Colts, definitely go check that out. Very, very much worth watching. Just a masterclass in prep and just playing pretty well in this game. But we were facing off against Circle, like I said, who does have a pretty scary team. I actually think both of our teams are not that good. Like, their team, they have a lot of scary threats. I have some scary threats as well, but neither our team are anything really crazy. So hopefully we'll be able to use that to our advantage. I'll have their team on screen. They've got Mew, Zygarde, Dog, we got Oricorio, Tinglu, Kyurem, Rotom Heat, Serena, Frostmoth, Sinistcha, Lapras, and Phalanx. So they just have an absolute ton of setup on their team. I mean, they have Quiver Dance on the Frostmoth and on the Oricorio. They got Calm Mind, Sinistcha. They have Dragon Dance on Kyurem. They have Dragon Dance on Mew. They have Dragon Dance on Lapras. They have no retreat on Phalanx. So a lot of setup that they can bring, and they have definitely brought it throughout this season. So we have to bring some stuff to be able to beat that. But their team also, it's really tough to break through Tinglu. It's just a really nice special wall for them. So we're going to have to bring a couple things just to make sure we don't lose that off the bat. We also are worried about Choice Specs Kyurem. So first of all, we're going to start with an Alolan Ninetales. And, I didn't bring it too much throughout the season, but it was really good last week, and I think it does a really good job this week. It's pretty much our Kyurem check or a Kyurem switch in. It's great if they're a special Kyurem like Choice Specs. We can eat hits from that thing. We have leftovers, we get our health back a bunch. And then we have Toxic, so the theme of this team is really just Toxic stalling them out because they have 0 poison types and 0 steel types. They also have 0 fairy types, which is why we have Rich Trig on the back. But we can just Toxic their entire team. Obviously they have Synchronized Mew, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad for us to deal with. And we just Toxic every single member of their team and then whittle them down with Protect. We can Encore if they want to try to set up with anything, and Moonblast is there. We can do like 50% to Kyurem. If we tear a Fairy, we can knock out the Zygarde Dog, but I don't really want to tear this Pokemon just because I like to keep its ice resistance, because obviously you got to be an ice type to resist ice, as they say. Next up is going to be our Galarian Slowbro. Also haven't brought this mon too much, but it's really great here, being able to Toxic. We can Haze if they want to set up with anything. Shell Sidearm is nice as well, and Slack Off. Boots, just in case they do want to set up some hazards with that Tinglu, which I think are really annoying into my team. I just don't want it to, be that much of a nuisance, even though we have Spin in the back. This mon's really important. It's a little bit harder to switch this in, depending on what kind of sets I see on their side. But when I get opportunities to switch it in, or if it comes out after, I get knocked out, if I lead with this thing, I get 3 Toxics on their team, cannot miss, and nothing can really stop it. And I just haze away, all the changes from their Quiver Dances or Dragon Dances, whatever they want to do. We're pretty split on the defenses here, and, just max HP with Regenerator to be able to cycle out. Next up is Terrapagos. We were rocking specially defensive Terrapagos as well, so, 3 mons that have decent amount of Spadef bulk. This thing is Boots with a Rapid Spin, or Toxic, Roar, and Rest. Rest means that if we Toxic the Mew, we can, it'll synchronize onto us, we can just rest it off. We can always get back up to full and stall them out. We can Roar out, any of their Pokemon that are trying to set up on us, which is really nice. And, we don't need any damage versus their team besides Toxic. Obviously, a Terra Poison or a Terra Steel kind of derails my plan a little bit, but I do have ways to cover it in the back. But yeah, this mon is just actually really solid at eating hits from anything on their team, especially like Oricorio that gets really scary, Sinistcha that gets scary, Frostmoth that gets really scary. So this mon is definitely needed. We also have Minior because, gotta bring my boy. They've got to be worried about it, but, it actually does insanely well into their team. All we need is Shell Smash and Acrobatics. And then my other 2 on the moveset gonna be Toxic and Protect, which may seem a little bit crazy, but I mean, we just Toxic their team, we protect them down and like stall them out a little bit. I obviously hate that Zydog that wants to come in, and I think a Scarf Zydog might be able to outspeed us, which is fine, but we're always able to protect that off. It's also just a good switch into Tinglu sometimes, because they can't kill us in one shot, even with like a heavy slam or anything that they bring. We can always get a toxic off, and if I sack Minior for a toxic on Tinglu, I do not care one bit, as long as they're not Aromatherapy or Heal Bell on their team, because that would be super duper annoying. We're also at an even HP amount, which is just a little bit important because usually we run odd, just so, you know, 2 sets of Stealth Rocks doesn't take us down. But in this case, if they want to click Ruination with us on Tinglu, then sending me to my fast form is actually not the worst thing in the world. Next up is an AV Embor, so, you know, obviously a little bit especially defensive. Terra Grass on this mon, this is the most likely Terra candidate because into specially defensive Tinglu, I think 1 Trailblaze plus a close combat, if we Terra Grass that Trailblaze, is a guaranteed knockout if they're not leftovers, which is really nice. And yeah, Reckless Flare Blitz does a ton of damage into their team. If they have any Terra skills, we will be able to destroy them with Flare Blitz or Close Combat or Drain Punch, which we use to get our health back. And after 1 Trailblaze, we'll be able to get faster than everything except for a Zygarde that is max speed. So pretty solid all around. If they want to revenge kill us with that, you know, 1,000 arrows or whatever, we can Terra Grass on that and just knock it out with, you know, Trailblaze and 2 Drain Punch. Last but not least is going to be our Regidrago. Very, very important mon here. I assume that they're going to bring Terra Fairy on something because we've seen how much Regidrago can do. I think that Zygarde could definitely be Terra Fairy on that. It gives me trouble, a ton of trouble actually. But if they don't Terra anything into Fairy, or if they Terra something Poison, which is the only thing we're not really covered, we just absolutely destroy their team by clicking Dragon Energy. We click Draco, as long as we actually hit those, and we click Dragon Pulse. They don't have a single resist on their team right now, so it goes absolutely crazy. We also have Earth Power just in case they do decide, you know, Poison, Steel, even Fairy is fine. Yeah, max special attack, Choice Scarf, so we outspeed everything on their team, and a little bit of defense to take less from the E-speed from that Zygarde. That's going to be it for the team. Definitely pretty defensive with that Toxic stalling. The game plan is really, you know, get a Toxic off on Tinglu, Toxic off on Rotom, Toxic on Mew, Toxic on pretty much everything on their team, you know, stall it down a little bit, and then in the end game, clean up with Regidrago, clean up with Minior, clean up with Embor, you know. It's really that simple, and hopefully it, you know, is executed just as simple as I'm saying. That's about it for me. If you guys do enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you guys in the battle. All right, we are here. Get to see their team. They do have, you know, no Kyurem is actually quite interesting. Not what I expected one bit. They do have both Serena and Mew, so potentially, you know, Aromatherapy / Heal Bell. But, you know, I don't hate this. Terra Captain, I mean, can be everything besides the Mew and the Tinglu. I mean, this is definitely scary. I can definitely see Tinglu leading. Tinglu makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, if I just go to, like, Glowbro, we obviously take a ton from this Earthquake, but we get a free Toxic off on anything on their team. So I think I'm going to go Glowbro. Because they do lead Tinglu, that's fine. I'm fine taking this damage here. So we're just going to get off Toxic. Do not care one bit about this EQ. So they just rocks, okay. So there's that Toxic. Great to get up early. Yeah, they're poisoned now. I could just go Hearts Rakdos if I wanted, you know, to stall some time. Get a spin off. Really don't mind it. I can also Toxic with that thing. How much do they do to my Terrapagos? They actually do like 0 damage. Let's go out to it. Straight up here. Go hard to Terrapagos. We got that Toxic off. So they do EQ now. Just 14%. Yeah, that's just no investment. And I think they're going to switch out here. So I'm going to throw off another Toxic as they go Sinistcha. Bang. Okay, that thing is Toxic as well. That's great to see. I kind of want to roar it out. I could also click rest or spin or anything. I know, we're in a pretty good spot here. Definitely do not mind how this is going so far. Okay, what does Sinistcha do? I don't know, Sinistcha really doesn't do too much. They might Terra, they might swap. So I could spin here, you know, just with a hard read. I could also Toxic again, or even go back to Glowbro. I just don't want to take too much. Shadow Ball does about 50%. They also could be like very well invested on this mon. Let's see. With no Terra Shell, I have seen like really interesting sets. You know, like a Leaf Storm Max Max. Yeah, which doesn't do that much. So we can get our Terra Shell back if we want. There's a lot of opportunity here. I could also just go Lowland Tails here, which I actually like the most, I think. You know, I'm gonna take rocks here, but there's no Kyurem. You know, yeah, they're just gonna Calm Mind. Yeah, I'm gonna click Encore this turn. If they want to switch out, that's totally fine. But we can just Encore them into this. They can't do anything. But yeah, they are Encore. Can't stop this because they're leftovers. They can't be Mental Herb or anything. They're Toxic. Taking that chip. I wonder, like, if this was like their Poison or Steel type Terra, which Steel makes a lot of sense, then this is insane that I got that Toxic off with Terapagos. Just a good read. And I'll definitely take it. Now, I mean, they could Calm Mind again, they could sub, they could do whatever. I don't know if they're going to switch out. Also, sorry if you hear my dogs barking. They just like to do that. So we do Encore them. Awesome. That's great. Because they got that Toxic, they're on a timer. And we can just click Moonblast. We can even click Toxic here, predicting a switch, which I think I'm going to do. As they go Frostmoth. Please hit. Oh, that's tough. That is really tough. Yeah, that is super tough right there. Missing that one. But we're going to go for it again. If they do Terra into like Steel, then, you know, big ups for them. But nope, they just... their U-turn. It's really interesting. Okay. We get Toxic off, so 3 of their team is Toxic. Yeah, I mean, I love the way this is going so far. We cooked. As they're gonna go out to Tinglu. Yeah, I mean, if they want to get Hazards up or something, that's totally fine. Should I just Moonblast? Should I Protect? I think I'm gonna Protect here. See what they want to do. As they're gonna Whirlwind. Alright. Right through, going out to Slowbro. That's fine. Yeah, I don't mind that one bit. You know, they're just taking some damage. And they might, you know, EQ here. It doesn't really matter what they do, right? I could just go out to Tails, if I'm being honest. I think I will go out to Tails. You know, just go hard back out into it. As they set up a Spike this turn. That's fine. I don't mind it that much. I think we're gonna Moonblast here. I think the damage is important. They might want to switch because we could Encore them. They might just stay in and click Spike again. They could Whirlwind, which would be a little annoying. This thing is really low. It'll die this turn, actually. I think. No, they got the leftovers. But they'll be, you know, severely crippled. As they go out to Mew this time. Okay. So they're just going to take a little bit of damage. And I'm just going to Toxic this. I don't care if they synchronize me. Right? I don't care at all. As they're just going to U-turn. So U-turn Mew, that's pretty interesting. Alright. Yeah, and they're, what, max attack? Eh. They have some attack investment. Kind of interesting. What if they're, like, adamant with no attack? Something weird like that. And that could be a role that they got. Interesting. They probably just have some interesting set with it. As they go out to Frostmoth here, that's fine. That's totally fine. We get a free Protect here. Get some extra damage off on this thing. As they might switch, they might predict the Protect. As they Terra Fairy, okay. So there is their Terra. Alright, and versus this, I really want to go slow, bro, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to go slow, bro, here. As they're just going to U-turn, so good play by them. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes a ton of sense for them to do that. Terra Fairy on the Frostmoth, okay. And I don't think they're Quiver, but they're Toxic. Sinistra's Toxic, Tinglu is on a timer as well. Got a little bit of damage off on that Mew. I really hope they don't have Aromatherapy in the back on that Serena. But if it comes out, I think I just click Shell Sidearm. I mean, they could knock me off, which would be really annoying. Maybe I'd rather them not knock me off. I think we're just playing the slow game. Obviously, hazards with Sinistra blocking is really annoying, but it's okay. So they do end up going out to Tinglu. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. They're taking some more chip. I think I'm gonna go Terapagos on this one. We're Boots. They can't 2KO me. They shouldn't be able to. And then we can get a rest up. We can get a roar if we want. We could try to spin on them as well. We're just gonna go Terapagos. It's a Whirlwind. Okay. Drag out the Minior. Alright. So Minior's out here. They might just Whirlwind again. If they Whirlwind again, that's fine. I mean, that's all they can do to me, right? Yeah, let me just click Protect here. Or Protect Minior. But yeah, it's just Whirlwind again. So they bring out the Terapagos. This is great for me here, because I can spin freely. I can also just click Rest. Or double out, predicting them to go Sinistra. Which is kind of what I want to do. You know, Embor's probably outspeeding that Sinistra. And we can start just breaking holes through their team if we wanted to. Or we can force in something else with Roar. Or we could just spin. I don't know if they would expect us to have spin on the set. No matter what, we're chipping down Sinistra. I think we're actually going to Roar here, though. Because they do go Sinistra. Yeah. We bring them out to Zydog. Okay. What do we do here? Obviously, I mean, we have to see what they are very carefully. You know, because if they're Adamant Banded... If they're Adamant Choice Band, they 2KO me here. But I think I'm just going to go for the spin. They can go back out into Sinistra if they'd like. We're just going to try to get the spin off. As they just 1,000 arrows, it does 31 damage. Alright, we do get the spin. We do 30% back to them. Alright, does not look like they're choice banded. It doesn't even look like they're adamant. I think they're just Jolly. Jolly makes sense. And this turn, I'm going to click Rest as they go out to Sinistra. That's totally fine. Now we go hard. Alola Ninetales, that's fine. We got damage on the Zygarde. So if they were Focus Sash, it's broken. So they double out to Tinglu now. Totally fine. They're going to take a ton. This Moonblast is going to do a ton. They're going to get one layer or a rock or something up. As they do get their rock. But yeah, they'll die to this Moonblast here. Busy right now. Yeah, Moonblast, you know, pretty much just nets us a kill. I don't know if they're ever going to have an opportunity to get this Tinglu back in to set up more hazards. And, you know, if Sinistra ever comes in on Terapagos, totally fine. We're, you know, pretty in control of this game, I feel, right now. And if this Mon's gone, I mean, Zygarde's the only thing keeping us from, you know, going crazy. They give us damage on Sinistra. That's a ton of damage on Sinistra. Wow. Okay. I think I just Moonblast again. You know, I could protect, but I think I'm just gonna Moonblast. That is huge for us. You know, the spin blocker being pretty much all the way gone. So they Matcha Gotcha. Ooh, big crits. That crit matters a lot. And the crit definitely matters a lot. I think we'll protect just to get one turn of lefties. Yeah, huge crit from them. I kind of want to calc it. That crit did a ton, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just no Spatak. I didn't expect the crit to do that much. But I guess it's because of the special attack drop. So, I mean, an eye for an eye there. Now we're going to protect to get our lefties back. They could make a good play and switch out here. I wouldn't mind it too much. You know, the Sinistra is just so low at this point. So they just stay in, go for Matcha Gotcha again. Alright, so we're going to get leftovers there. We're going to Moonblast. This thing definitely dies. So we probably, yep, just get rid of Sinistra. Awesome. That is great. And now, if Serena comes out, we Toxic. If either of the other two come out, we just click Moonblast. If Frostmoth comes out, I mean, we just protect and stall it. If Tinglu comes out, we kill it. So we're in a great spot here. Yeah, I mean, we're just sitting pretty. Alolan Tail's going crazy. Toxic stall. This is actually a great strategy here. You know, the hater said that I wasn't going to play very defensive here with this team because I don't really have defensive Pokemon on this team. Yeah, I'm making it work. No Aegislash, no Arboliva. You know, just Ninetales, Slowbro, Terapagos. So they go Mew. Them setting up here would definitely be scary. So I think I will just click Toxic. If they want to U-turn out, totally fine. It's not going to do too much. As they do. Okay, that's fine. Probably just have to Frostmoth. As it is to Frostmoth, I don't mind. I don't care about that one bit. We're just going to click Protect here. As this Frostmoth, I mean, they might try to Gleam me. They might Quiver. Nope, they just U-turn, that's totally fine. We're just going to click Moonblast this turn. We're faster than them, do absolutely no damage. And we're dead to one more, but they're also, like, dead, you know? So we're gonna Moonblast. They might switch out, predicting this Protect. As they do into Tinglu, that thing's gone. Perfect. Tinglu is gone. That is great for us. And their Terra Fairy Pokemon is so low that Regidrago almost just cleans up this game. They might have AV Serena in the back. I'd assume that's what it is. But we can get some damage off on it no matter what. Yeah. Also, the Mew is Scarfed, by the way. Mew is 100% Scarfed. Let me just, you know, choice Scarf. Which is interesting, because I don't think they're max physical attack. I mean, okay, they might just be, like, timid, right? U-turn, how much did it do to me? Yeah, actually, it's just timid. Yeah, I'm a little dumb. You know, potentially like Psychic, Shadow Ball, whatever. Alright, Frostmoth is here, we're gonna protect. You know, just stall it out some. D-Gleam, that's totally fine. I'm gonna hit you for a Moonblast here. And yeah, I mean, we're stacking Tails here, but it's so good to get all this damage off. Yep, this thing is going down here. Yeah, we just knock it out with Moonblast here. No reason to prolong it if they wanted to switch there. Now they go Zydog. It should be able to knock me out with 1,000 arrows. Not even gonna risk protecting on a Dragon Dance. They do just 1,000 arrows. Okay. Now, if this thing is Scarfed, then it's definitely really scary here. But we can go Regidrago no matter what. Because Scarf 1,000 arrows wouldn't even do that much. And at this point, Dragon Energy still does more than anything else. E-Speed does a good chunk to me here, but it's fine. We're just gonna Dragon Energy. Pick up a kill, probably. Scarf Mew will outspeed me. They go out to Serena. This thing's got to be AV. Oh my goodness. Absolutely blew it back. Interesting. Okay. This thing is probably Choice Scarf too. If they're Choice Scarf with like Outrage, it knocks me out. If I Terra Water, then I do not get knocked out. So I think I'm just going to go for Terra Water. And then we should be able to easily beat the Mew. We're going to Terra Water. Click Outrage. This thing is dead. Goodbye. Mew comes out here. And we know they're Scarfed. I'll just let them knock me out here. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're in the clear. As they transform, that's actually crazy. Okay, that is crazy. GG. I did not expect transform one bit. But I mean, we get a huge win over Circle Button. Toxic Stalling was probably just never on the cards for them. They probably never expected that. And it worked perfectly, you know, chipping everything down for Regidrago in the end. Ninetales, I think, picked up, what, 3 kills there? Which is insane. You know, just a very, very solid showing from that Mon. With Regidrago cleaning up the rest. Clutch Terra as well. But yeah, super fun game. Good game to Circle Button. If you guys did enjoy, and if you guys want to see us in the Scarlet Championship next week, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you guys. Peace out.